We are back, Potagants and students. You made it. It's the final countdown. All right, so I'm a little giddy because this is my favorite time of year. Let's get through this, people. Okay. The schedule, you know it already. You can pause it if you want. I'm not going to go over it. You know the basic deal. Just a couple of reminders. Make sure you get a signed permission slip if you want to leave at 11:15 on the days that you don't have a portfolio tour. Otherwise, you can hang around from 11:15 to 11:45. We have lunch scheduled. Then you can hang out in the cafeteria either until your tour, or again, if you don't have a ride or don't have a signed permission slip, you are in the cafeteria for the rest of the day because school buses run on their normal schedule. If you're going to leave early, you need to have prearranged transportation. And again, a signed permission slip. Get this in this week. If you show up on Monday morning with a permission slip, they need to process, remember, 700 and something of these. If you show up on Monday morning with them, you may not be able to leave right away. You may need to hang around for a little while. So get the permission slip in this week, period. All right. Let's talk about some advice on the tours. Everything is locked right now. For some of you, you may be in the position where, okay, I kind of messed up. Maybe I didn't do much this year. You may be on the fence about, like, do I even blow this off? And so straight talk, 80% of success is showing up. That's what Woody Allen said. Just show up. We really want to hear about you and learn more about you and have you reflect about yourself. Even if you have done literally nothing at this point, we still want you to show up and you can still earn some points. Hopefully you have done more than that, but show up. Read through the answers that you have written. So those of you who have written out answers, pre-read them the night before, morning of, etc. Just get familiar with what you want to say on the different questions. If you think of something that you left out, you can jot it down, and then you can always include it when you present. And so, yeah, you can bring pieces of paper along. That's fine. Again, it's relatively informal. So if you're nervous, if you want to practice isn't like a stand-up presentation. Practice is just think about what you want to say and verbalize it to a friend or family member as you're trying to answer some of those questions. I think the most important thing is actually having read the question and understanding what the question itself is asking. Another huge thing, please show up on the right day. People tend to show up at the right time and the right room, but sometimes people show up on the wrong day. The 13th is a Monday. The 14th is a Tuesday. Double, triple, quadruple check. Put it into any electronic calendar. Make some sticky notes. Please show up on the right day, at the right time, and in the right room. You can print or save the tour if you want a backup copy of it. That's fine. You can PDF it or just print it out. If you want to have a paper copy, and that way you can highlight it or something like that. If that's how you want to do it, that's great. Get a good night's sleep the night before. Take a deep breath, and remember, it's just going to be great. You are talking about yourself. You know yourself. You know the content because the content is you. Grab some breakfast that morning. Get to school on time. Don't be rushed. Show up for your tour. We ask you to show up about 5 minutes early or so. So the folks in the cafeteria, if you're there waiting, they will essentially call out either a time or a name and say, okay, people for 11:45, come out and sign out right now, and you'll sign out with them. Be very nice to them, please. They're going to have a long day. And then you're going to show up at, let's say, 11:40 for your tour. If you have a 12:10 tour, show up at 12:05. You may get started early, or you may be starting a little bit late, but it's always good to show up early just in case. And enjoy getting to show off and talk about your strengths and your interests. Remember, you're not going to read to us. This is super important. Speak to us. Tell your story. Don't read to us. We are grading you on your communication skills, including eye contact. So make sure you just have a conversation. That's the simplest thing I can say. Give lots of examples and details. If we ask you for specifics, give them, please. That is the difference between a 2 and a 3 or a 3 and a 4, is more examples and more details. And relax. We can't wait to hear what you have to say. When you're done with this, you're expected to return your school laptop before you leave for the summer. Details on that are out there somewhere, or you can ask around about where the location is for the laptop return. But after you're done with your tour, if you're done with exams, etc., at that point, you can return it. You can bring your laptop to your tour, though. And make it a sparkling tour and a sparkling summer, people.